And then the last time I saw my father was when I was 18, and I didn't get in touch with him again for another 18 years. He was a very sociable person. I remember seeing lots of friends. I kind of remember him being very sporty, like cricket and playing football and running football teams. A bit of a Jack the Lad, really. Worked on building sites and he had lots of driving jobs. And it struck me as being very young that he could answer any question on the TV during a mastermind or something. I now know he was telling lies. I do look up to him. And I remember looking up to him when I was very young. But I kind of feel like there was the family, then he had his own things to do, like the sport and the allotments and that kind of thing. And I can remember the day my mother left my father and took me and my brother with her and said, Mummy doesn't love Daddy anymore. And it broke my heart. It really did. I just wished for things to be back the way they were. But being very young, you just kind of think, oh well, just get on with life. And when you grow older, you start to understand what your parents were going through and falling out of love. Family values to me kind of took a bit of a slump, and I just kind of thought, what's the point? I left home very early. I left home at 16. I left school with no qualifications. I craved to meet somebody and to settle down, even at that very young age, because I missed that kind of family life. That chunk of my life had been taken out, and I wanted to replace it with my own family, if you like. Even though I was a teenager, I was made redundant, and then decided to go back to school and get some qualifications and try and restart again from there. Lots of my time was taken up outside of school, and I was working in a department which was understaffed. And I can remember coming home from work and thinking, I've just got to do this for tomorrow, and it's parents' evening tomorrow, or there's reports to do, there's marking to do, or there's an audit next week, or we've got Ofsted coming, and the list goes on. And I couldn't see an end to it. So I just decided enough's enough. And I was at a point where I was ready just to give up teaching altogether and think, that's it, it's enough for me. When they were born, the day Daisy was born, decided that's it. I want to be here. So that's the reason why I decided to resign from mainstream teaching. It was an initial period of kind of like terror, fear of not being able to provide for my family. And also I kind of felt that if I didn't find another job, that I would be letting down my family. And I didn't want that. But an opportunity has come up where I've got a term supply at a special school. I know families who are not as well off as other families, who cannot provide material things, but their children receive the love that they need. And there are others at that same end of the scale who provide material things and don't give love. Each day Abby and I would talk to each other after the girls had gone to bed and talk about what they did. I heard Daisy playing and she said such and such, and you think to yourself, where did she get that from? Or what Grace is trying to say, or she's trying to string a sentence together, and just watching them grow up. Just silly things, when they have a bath, you take them out of the bath and you dry them and you kind of blow raspberries on their belly or whatever, and enjoying watching them play. My children can come to me and say anything, and not hold back, and being able to approach me and say, you know, whatever they like, even if it's, I want a cuddle, I love you. They kind of look at you and think, there's my dad, we can have some fun. Or I wouldn't swap it, not for anything. My own father's experiences of growing up and things that happened during his childhood have kind of had a knock-on effect in my childhood. Because my own father didn't experience the level of love that he should have done, I don't think he was able to show the level of love that we needed or we wanted as children, or we thought we should get from him. That's not to say that he wasn't loving. We knew he loved us, but we just wanted him to show it more. I got in touch with him 5 years ago. From the conversations that I've had with him, I think there are some regrets on his part, and he's shown some remorse, if you like. And one thing he often says now is, I wish I was there for you more when you were younger. But there's not a great deal you can do about that now. And that's one thing that I am aware of in being a father myself, is showing love to my children and letting them know that I'm there. I'm glad I'm in touch with my dad again. Yeah.